Okay, hello, good day, and today we are going to look at what the structures of what HTML, of how it is being what the structure, that means the skeleton before we started what writing our code here. So I'm going to open a folder, right? Okay, I just want to do this to delete it first from my folder. This is the one I want to use. So I'm going to open my editor from my previous lesson, right? In my editor, I'm going to open up Visual Studio Code, and this is it, and I open it, right? It's still opening, and so we should wait for it. And okay, it has opened, and I'm going to open a folder, and I'm going to click there again. Open folder, your file, sorry, I'm fast, your file, then open your folder, and this is my folder I want to select. You can select any folder, and okay, if you want to see, you click it, okay, explore, right? This is our folder that we open, and I'm going to create another one, structure, right, .html. That's what, you call your name, then the extension for it for HTML is .html. You hit your button. So when I click here, so in our HTML we have our HTML. This one is showing the word you want to design the word, you want to code the word, a website, right? This HTML, and I'm coming again, let me undo it, right? We have a tag, right? It is by greater than what, less than. When you open a tag, right, you write something here, right? That is a tag that you write your this is the word, this is the the block that is what between them, and when you leave, then you now close it with a backslash, right, to separate them. This is your open tag, and this is your closing tag. You can see these are different. Notice, right? I'm going to write HTML here, and don't get space, and I'm going to close it with what, HTML. I hope you understand. So I'm going to hit the button down below, because there's others one that is going to come in, and after that we have our heading. Okay, in Visual Studio Code, immediately you write it, it will just auto-spell by itself, just close by itself, right? And we have our title, right? Our title, I'm going to open my tag here, come here, then now close it, then I'll now write my title here. Okay, for a good practice, you can do it, and I'm gonna write my title here, and okay. And after my title, below the heading, so I'm going to put my body, right? The body, right? I'm going to explain this. Let me even delete this so that we, okay. This, let me hit this down. This one, right, is just the heading, like the way human being it is, right? It's just the heading, like the way human being it is. Yeah, not the head. Sorry, the head, the way that human being it is. You have the head, and this is for your body, right? From your neck downward. Okay, your neck downward is your body, right? As human being, and this way you are going to write your tags inside the body, right? Anything you wanted to display on the website is within this, right? This is your display word. This is your display word section, right? Anything you wanted to display on your website, you write it here. Okay, and this is the link, right? In this heading we put our link tag, meta tag, and our title, right? Tag. And in terms of head, sorry, I don't know why I keep on mixing header. Heading is head, right? In this our head tags, we only have only a closing tag, which is title, right? Which is what, title. Let me say title. It just closed by itself, and I'm going to refresh this, right? Okay, if you are using Visual Studio Code, there's a place we used to install a live server. You can see my own. See, you can click. There's look at my cursor. Yeah, look at her. If review my cursor, you see that click to run live server, right? If you want to run the live server, you click that place, but you have to install a live server first, right? This way you're gonna click here, right? This see, I've already installed my own. That is why launch developing, right? So you search for a lab server here, just install it. It's simple, right? As far as you can read and write. Let me click it. So what is it? After installing your lab server, right, you now click here. It's going to reload by itself. Let's wait. It is what loading. At its loading, it's going to launch the browser by itself. You can see this browser open. I made this one the default of the browser, right? So you can see in this system we have this is our system, just showing a number of this thing of our lab server to it, and this is the structure, right? This is the structure. It looks like an IP address, right? And this is the structure that we see with us, this structure.html. So in the title, maybe I want to see the title of the website, right? I can come here saying that home page, right? Then I'll not save. Immediately you save, right? Then it will now refresh. You can see the title now is home page now, right? Initial. Let me remove the home page and see. You can see is the word is the structure.html that is showing, but when I come here, I put what home page, and after saving, if you are using live server, immediately you save, it will reload by itself. You can see home page. Good. So we are good to go. So in my header here, I explain the way woman behave here. Your brain is there, everything of thinking. That's why it does a meta tag. Like for instance, they use a meta tag. Let me use meta description, right? Meta tag like description. You can see meta description, and if you click like learning programming, right? First time, if you put a meta tag of description, like in your website, someone come and search for learning programming, right? You search for learning programming, like someone to learn about programming. You say that learning programming, when you enter button, right? That means Google is going to give us a description alternative, a website that you're going to learn programming from, right? Your website is going to be linked among of it. So that is the use of meta. It's just to describe description of what the content you make, right? And we have what there's so many meta tags, right? Like the edge, anyone I want to put it, just read more about it online, because I just want to make those videos short, okay, not to be too fast. So also link tag, we also have a link tag here, like you can put an href, and this is star, let me use double quotation mark, okay, this is star sheet, okay, this is star sheet, then href, and in href we are going to put something like, maybe I have a star sheet like star.css. We are going to come to this, but not now, right? Star.css, right? You can see this is a big knowledge about it. Like this is used in terms of external, creating one CSS and external. CSS starts from cascading star sheet, right? Let me write this here, okay? CSS, okay, stands for cascading star, okay, star sheet, okay. CSS stands for cascading one star sheet, right? This is it. That is true for our styling, right? Like the way you have, like if you're a girl, right? If you're a girl, you do a makeup, alright? It by the help of CSS, you make your face more beautiful, right? Like the way as a girl, maybe you don't have any makeup or anything, right? Like I normally used to use a structure of a human being in terms of HTML and CSS. Like for instance, you have a skeleton inside you, right? You have a skeleton before your the flesh that cover it. That is the HTML. That is the skeleton word body, and that is what we are doing now. We said we have the head, we have the word the body, right? The CSS is make us to add word scale, like color, like we are going to make it more beautiful, how attractive the website is going to be, right? Like me, that is what me I love using to describe, right? You can use another format. It's good, right? A lot of developers use another format, but this is what I love using. So we are not using this one. I'm just giving an example. So what am I going to do? I'm going to work that today. Okay, like for instance, if you're learning more about jQuery, right? This is JavaScript. The is for JavaScript, and I'm just making understand. Your link also here. Anything about link, right? But if you are using what JavaScript, like in terms of vanilla JavaScript, you are running the code by yourself. It is preferred to put your script here, right? It is preferred to put your script source, right? We are not into that now, so I'm not going to go into that. So it's preferred to put your script source there, so that what for good word. For good word practice. Okay, after our body here, right, we have a meta tag here and a title. I think that this is what we need for now, right? So in our word, in our next this thing, and if you want to display anything, like I said, that Simon is a developer. Okay, Simon is a developer. When I run it, you can see Simon is a developer. Let me do more closer. You can see now Simon is a developer. So what we write there, it automatically works. Same here. So I think that is what we need for now. So in our next word episode, we are going to look at what heading tags, right? Where I told you that those things like body tags, the body tags has the closing tags, and all those meta tags and the tags doesn't have a closing tags, right? As we go forward, we are going to see some magic.